welcome back to my channel. So today's a very exciting day because I'm going to be taking you through my home and show you all of the things that I've done for 2022. This theme is a little bit different from past themes that I've done. It's not as glitzy or glammy, but it still brings in the Christmas feel with the traditional color of red, of course. And then I added some accents of black, gold, and white. So it kind of is a little bit of a spin on tradition. So I really love how it turned out. It's very homey and very cozy. So let's start the tour in the entryway. Okay, so in the entryway on this side, I have this mirror up here all the time. I had a lot of fun decorating this scene this year. And I have a dead candle. But what I did was I brought in a vintage sleigh that I have. I put in my little polar bear and then I just stuffed this thing full of greenery and berries, and there's just all sorts of things. There's even ribbon in here. Now I wanted to show you guys a little trick. See how I have the ribbon in all these different places? Well, as you can imagine, it is little pieces of ribbon, and when I say little, like it is a little piece of ribbon. Look at that. I was running out of ribbon partway through decorating, so all I did was took these little pieces, tucked them in, and I really love how this looks. And then I found this tree, and instead of decorating it, since there's a lot going on here, I just decided to add these little snowflake ornaments to it just to kind of bring in the wintry theme. Over here on this side, these books are usually in my TV cabinet, but I decided that I wanted to use them up here and kind of do a little bit of a elegant library type theme. So what I did was I used a thicker book, and I put this bronze reindeer head. I added a couple branches. There's some red ribbon just to bring in the color, and even some black Christmas ornaments. Down below there, I have a Christmas picture. Actually, it was a Christmas card that I had blown up, but I keep it up all year long. I put a little sign there just so it wouldn't block it, and my Wolford candles, which I love, and then I just added some little greenery pieces through. This photo did not fit into the space, so what I actually did was I took the cabinet and pulled it away from the wall. So as you can see, the bottom part of the frame is actually behind. So this sign actually kind of camouflages that, so you can't really tell that it didn't fit. And you know, I gotta say, I do like this picture here, so it's probably gonna stay. Coming this way, you're gonna see my TV stand. Up here on the top shelf, I added a couple little Christmassy items. This nutcracker is actually what started the theme. And from there, I added a hand-punched lantern. I have a little reindeer. And then this is kind of an interesting thing that I did. I was running out of greenery pieces, so I found these white, kind of antiqued silver branches, and I decided to set them down like a garland. This strand of bells, it actually all comes from, there's a little loop here where all of these hang. But what I decided to do is take the rope that they're hanging from and kind of use it sort of like a ribbon. So I love how that turned out. On the bottom shelf of my TV cabinet here, I have my crystal nativity set. I have a red Christmas sign, and then I just did sort of a garland out of random branches. There are some Christmas ornaments, of course, some ribbon, and I added a couple bottle brush trees just to sort of bring in the color scheme. Of course, my garland over the doorway. I love how that turned out. Now, that is another reason why I didn't do a whole bunch of garland on the top of the TV cabinet and do a bunch down here, because I didn't want anything competing with each other. Coming from there, I have my little seating area. I have a friend that makes these wood cutouts, and this one went perfect with my color scheme. I did this little setting down here with a windmill from Hobby Lobby, some little greenery pieces, and a pinecone luminara candle, and just a little reindeer pillow. And of course, my Christmas tree for the 2022 season. I absolutely love how this turned out, and I love the woodsy touches in here with the twigs up here at the top, the greenery pieces that are in there. I love the accents of black, And then of course I brought in all of my woodsy little animal figurines. I love this one of the owl with her baby. And you'll just see, I did little groupings just all throughout here. Just kind of tucking things in. And of course, my spinning ornaments. Gotta have those on a tree. So if you haven't seen the video, I did actually do a tutorial on how I decorated this tree. It's full of a bunch of tips and tricks, so you might want to go check that out. Over here on the coffee table, I took a tray that I use all year where I switch it out or it goes into storage. So I decided to put one of my candle holders with some birch candles. I have a reindeer, and then I love this little TV. It does play music, but it's just a little village scene. And then the train goes in and out of the tunnel. Definitely more on the traditional Christmas side, but I felt like it fit in perfectly with the kind of wood frame of it, and I just love this setting. My pillows that I use this year are like a gray velvet and red. Now I use the gray because I have a lot of gray accents in here as far as the windmills, and just sort of in some of the ribbon there are those gray touches. So I love those, and they have gold zippers. I got these at TJ Maxx a couple years ago. Over here, you guys watched me decorate this little scene, and remember I told you that I wasn't sure what I was going to do on the top? Well, I went to a warehouse and I found this sign, and it was in the color scheme, and I had to get it. It fits perfectly in there, along with my little antique snowman, saltbox house, and some garland. And that brings you over here to the windmill, again with another greenery swag. And then down here, I just have another reindeer pillow. I should also mention on this wall with the garland, I did do this setting right here. I love this reindeer. I got him from Grandin Road a few years ago. Now this flocked wreath, let's talk about this for a second. You may notice that it looks brand new, but here is what I did. This is the flocked wreath that I use every single year, and I had some of these long needled picks. So what I did was I just added them to kind of make this look a little untamed and, I don't know, springy. So I love how that turned out, and it just kind of transformed this plain sort of flocked wreath that I had, and all I did was just add a little touch of red with that ribbon. But I absolutely love how this looks. Now these sconces, I use them all year long, and they're in that grayish color that my pillows are. So I love how those tie in. So this is my home for 2022. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you got some inspiration, some ideas, and I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. Now I will be going through and giving you more closer looks at these things. So sit back and relax. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
it's cold.